Magicat Boss World 2 Boss 1. This fight is pretty straightforward. All it does is jump towards you in a small arc. So just stay away from it and kill the ads that spawn. The more it goes down in life, the more ads it'll spawn. So it'll be like 2, then it should be 4, 6, 8, etc. What you want to do is just kill the ads while it's far away. As you can see, it becomes invulnerable, but just shoot it and it'll go away. It's a pretty easy fight. Just don't get stomped on. I believe I get hit by the ads more than I did the main boss. As you can see there, I take 2-3 hits from the ads being in the way. But as long as I don't get stomped by the big boss, it should be okay. You could probably kill it faster also if you could just shoot it between hops. I decided to just wait for it to land and kill it, playing it safe. As you can see, I get away with it, 1 life. Magicat Boss World 2 Boss 2. Now this fight was pretty tricky. The premise of this fight, as you can see, it jumps very high. But I believe every 25%, or see when it counts down, it starts to take aim and it'll jump in a certain direction. See, but once it gets its shields up, it keeps it up. So now you have to force it to aim towards the spike box on top. So you have to time when the box comes, see, it'll hit the top and her shield breaks, and then you could continue hitting her. The ads, I don't believe, stay too long. It'll spawn them as like a projectile, but they die instantly. All you have to do is avoid the boss and get it to hit the box on top, get it to aim and do damage to itself, basically. As you can see here, I was still trying to figure out how to get the timing on it right. So it just becomes a thing about getting it to aim or time the box on top. As you can see, it took me a few times because I wasn't too sure how quick she would jump towards the spike box on top. But once you get it down, it's pretty straightforward. Magicat Boss 2 of 3, or World 2 Boss 3. This fight here is very tight knit. As you can see, the box, there's no real places to move. It starts off pretty easy. What you need to be careful for is every certain amount of hits, it'll shoot, as you can see, projectiles that destroys the bottom floor of what you're standing. And when it does break it, what it does is make spikes. See, at 50%, it'll start rotating across the room. And all you gotta do is jump sideways. Don't heavy jump up, because if you jump straight up, you hit the spikes and take damage. So what you want to do is like lightly tap it and float over it. And this part was pretty tough for me because I couldn't figure out the rotation. It would like go over, drop, it was just kind of random in a sense. But I had done enough damage that getting hit wasn't a big thing. Magic Boss World 2 4. Now this guy took me a little bit. As you can see, the guy on the left rotates the platforms that you're on, so it moves you left and right, while the boss basically goes up and down in a V pattern. What I decided to do here was just stomp on its head and try to kill the ads that come out. It gets tricky because if you stay bouncing on them too long, you hit the spikes on top, and you also don't want to let it get all these ads out, because then it becomes tougher to jump, tougher to move while it's still heading your way. So what I did was basically limit my jumps on its head to around 2 or 3, depending on the height. and then get off and try to kill the ads around them. I'm not sure how many times I got hit. I might have had 1 life left when I was done with it, but it did take me a couple of tries to figure it out. Let me see what I do here. Yeah, see, I was trying to take out the ads. I had 1 hit left, and I decided to try to clear out the way so I could actually jump with ease. And as you can see, it was only on the left side that the ads came out, so I was fortunate enough to be able to stay on the right and just double stomp its head. Magicat boss, World 2, boss 5. This one is a pattern boss. This is like you being underwater and just avoiding its projectiles. As you can see, they kind of follow you where you go. So if you go up, it'll shoot up. If you go down, it'll shoot down. So what you want to do is try to get it to shoot that way and just move by the time the projectiles come out. At around 75%, it'll start shooting double projectiles, which can make it a bit tough because you don't swim as fast, but it's still the same premise. I'm not sure if it starts shooting 3, but as you can see, they do pick up and I do take some hits. Okay, at 50%, yeah, it tries to box you in. So basically what it does is it'll send 2 projectiles at your location. All you gotta do is basically move forward at this point and you should be alright. As you can see, I got hit twice there, had 1 life, but then it adds both of the situations, 2 that go to where you're standing and 1 that tries to hit you directly. It's just a really pattern boss. I got this on the first try. This one took me a few attempts because I could not figure out what I had to do at first. But basically what happens, it'll spawn ads. As you can see, it throws them to the left side of the stage. And you do enough damage to it that it gets its shields up. And the walls that it's climbing on, you have to destroy those. So it'll keep moving to the right. But every percentage, like every other boss, it'll spawn some ads. And what makes it tough is just reaching those, reaching the walls to break them, and just hitting the proper area. But once you break the wall, it'll move to the right. It'll move to the right and spawn a couple of more ads. As you can see here, I'm trying to figure out how to hit the bottom part of the stage. Now I have to hit the top part, which made it kind of tricky. Me trying to figure out how to do it. I managed to jump forward and hit it, and keep the fight going. Here you see me doing damage. Okay, so that's the safe spot. You can hit it there and it'll throw the ads way over your heads, so you should be okay. And then here it's just a matter of you breaking the walls. So I go back. Let me see what I do here to break these. Okay, I try to charge forward and hit the walls. You could have probably just jumped on its head and hit that section of the wall. So I don't know why I was making this a bit more harder than it should be. Yeah, there I go. Just jump on it and break it. And this is just basically rinse and repeat. Hit it as much as you can. Keep pushing the fight to the right. Break all the walls. They'll keep throwing ads behind you, and you should be okay. The tough part is just basically breaking the walls. And as you can see, eventually you'll kill it. It doesn't jump around, doesn't anything. It just moves to the right and throws ads behind you. You just have to figure out how not to get hit by those ads. Now this fight here, it starts off slow, but then you can see it also rotates under the platforms. And for a minute I could not figure out what I needed to do to get it out of its shell. So I tried stomping it, and as you can see, nothing was working. And then I believe I figured it out and tried stomping while it went underneath. And that's how you get the ads out and get it vulnerable again. So basically all I did was stomp on it as it went across because it goes so slow, and just waited for it to come around. Maybe I should have tried killing the ads. No, they're invulnerable. They're yellow, are they? And it's basically just rinse and repeat. As you can see, it'll get faster the more it goes down in life. So basically just wait for it to come around, stomp on it till it gets to the edge. As you can see, it goes from right to left. And that's basically the whole fight. Oh, that was close. Almost fell off the edge there. And it'll spawn ads like all the other, like the other bosses as it goes down in life. The final boss, the sheep. I actually used the revive for the sake of keeping the video a bit shorter. I did this fight, I would have to say, a ton of times. I can't even give you a number. Trying to figure out what's the best way to beat it. What I did realize was it moves from left to right and right to left. As you can see, watch, then it moves to the middle, to the right, on the blue platform, then onto the green, and then it moves to every platform. It'll be low, it'll be high, but those are the positionings that it'll head to. So as you can see, after this, it'll move to the yellow, then to the middle, then to the blue, and then it goes up. This is like the B fight where you have to stomp on it, and then eventually you'll get the button in the middle that gives you that power up that you get in the board, and you continue your fight. And I don't know if you could tell, but I used the revive, and to be